Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Guys, we are back. We are here. Altaf, how are you doing?
I am phenomenal now that I've seen you. You know, it's been a cold couple of days, but this beauty of an individual has been warming me up quite nicely. It's quite toasty sitting next to him, so we just shift a bit, you know.
Before you say, I'm well aware that I look like a winter sky. This is just that was all that was in my cupboard this morning. Things are not going well for me this morning, but you know what? We are here. We're gonna film. As you can see, there's no mics, there's no lightings because,
Uncle Cyril.
Yeah,
shout out.
they pulled a mad comeback out of nowhere. I checked the schedule.
Mad comeback.
Shit. Okay.
Man City in the Champions League final would not have been able to have kept Uncle Cyril's squad.
You know what? You know what? Man City has been successful in one Champions League final. Though. Let's be
real.
Let's be real. So Man City is not yet the prime example.
Not Liverpool.
Okay, fine. I mean, not Liverpool.
Listen, in a Champions League final, who would you rather have? United, City, or Liverpool?
Liverpool.
Thank you. For those of you who can't see, that is our crusty geriatric.
You wanna get into shot for like 5 seconds?
Nah.
Just five. People know who you are. Come on. Hello.
Hi.
Before we get into it, Tolo, why don't you explain who you are?
Oh no, I don't wanna.
She's a bit shy, so I think we can.
Shy?
We can listen. I know shy is normally not within the vocabulary, but we'll give her this one.
Okay.
She's looking a bit homeless today, so we'll account for that.
Opposed from any other day. I'm joking. She doesn't always look homeless. It's just majority of the times that I do see her. Anyways, next episode she will be in. I think we might as well just get everybody in. You know, get the Zeph.
Might as well make it a whole food reaction as well. Eh?
Yeah. Because you know what, guys that you saw both here, I can actually start flaming this. I was very offended. Very
Offended?
Yes. Nothing triggers me anymore, but this one thing did. Right? Now, everybody knows I was a bit of an incel a couple of years ago. I've said a lot of hurtful things in the past, right? But I've never had to defend my front more than when I posted a picture of a bottle of Prime and said I actually quite enjoy this product. I got flame from the woman sitting beside me. I got flame from you, right?
No, that was disgusting. How?
Let me land.
Listen. To be honest, and
let me
again, before you cook, just to give a bit of context. The same woman who ended up doing, what was it, a sponsored post?
No, it wasn't.
It was okay.
I was just end up working the event.
But she ended up working for Prime, and she still gave him flack.
Listen,
that should tell you.
Okay, wait. I first need to call you out, okay? Because you called the drink an overrated carbonated drink.
It's not even carbonated.
Thank you.
Honestly, I don't know nothing
Thank
about
you.
it. I don't know nothing about this.
So you can't really be giving me this crap. I said I like no, and you know what?
I had like a sip.
You know what?
Wasn't for me.
Can I be honest? I was running through drills now this past couple of weeks, like practice drills, and I didn't want to use too much electricity. So I was practicing on a dead guitar, and I decided, okay, fine, let's just go through our old parties. Maybe I can crop some stuff out and repost it or do whatever. And that episode came up because I watched everything else. That episode came up. I was like, okay. And as soon as I said, this is verbatim what I said.
Okay.
I actually don't mind it. I quite like it. You know what my cousin's response was? I'll put the link in the description. You know what my cousin's response was? Oh, so what is your favorite? The blue one? Okay, size dick. I didn't say it's the greatest thing of all time. I genuinely said, oh, I don't mind it. I actually quite like it.
And he's notice how he's here to respond to which tastes better. The blue one? Okay, yes, iced chocolate.
Yeah, there we go.
Chocolatey dick.
But no, I mean, look, I didn't out myself for being a puss drinker in that episode. I'm just saying.
Listen, allegedly.
Is the flavor sitting in front of us?
No.
He's slow. He don't get that one.
Oh, buffer. So, but that's besides the point, right? Because I said that I was like, okay, you know what, that made some good content, cool. I then pull my phone out, and I see Miss here in front of me, did some type of brand work with Steady Stumpy. Can I just say this? Listen, Steady Stumpy is the shittest milkshake on the market.
No.
Oh, okay. So
the flavor was shit, but
no. So you like diluted milk. You like 2% flavor. 98% milk. You like that?
I like that. Yes.
Listen,
And
that's
that's
a-
okay. It's not for everyone.
That's not milkshake. That's flavored, barely flavored milk. I mean, you know, we call ourselves halal boys, and originally I thought we should be called barely halal. That's barely flavored milk. That's barely flavored milk. That look, and that's beside. If you like what you like, cool. This man over here gave that rating an 8 out of 10. Oh,
Look, to be fair, I could have been a bit biased. I could have been slightly
Spit
biased.
in your face.
But then again,
Spit in your face. Listen,
I love
every-
a peanut buttery like taste.
everybody
and
knows.
to be fair, what does it taste like?
Peanut butter.
Exactly. It does
Listen,
have a very strong
listen,
peanut butter
listen,
taste. So for
listen.
me, it's an easy way into my stomach.
Listen,
I mean,
everybody,
into my stomach.
look here. You rate Steady Stumpy at maximum 5.
No.
And
10.
max,
Like the
Listen.
banana flavor.
the banana flavor. Listen,
Amazing.
everybody knows the best flavored milk is not milkshake. The best flavored milk you're gonna find is the Barbie milkshake. That deserves a 10.
Milkshake?
Oh, yes.
the Barbie
The thick
milkshake.
one.
The clover
It's like
ones?
thick.
The clover ones?
I think it's
That is
clover. It's a Barbie
It's
milkshake,
still flavored milk.
but it's. Do you know what that is? 50% flavor, 50% milk.
Nah.
Yes.
They all taste the same to me.
No, it is a-
To be honest.
Go get your tongue fixed, right? I go get your tongue fixed because I tell you what. You know what? Next time I'm gonna buy both. You know what? You can supply me with Steady Stumpy.
To be fair, the logical point of view as to why Steady Stumpy is always going to be better than a Prime is because, case in point, the one does not cost what? 50 Rand?
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm-
get
I'm-
lost.
I'm gonna
get
walk-
lost.
Okay.
Get
Okay.
lost, you KSI apologist.
Talia, for his birthday, when you have the money, don't buy him a PS5. Buy him a game station because clearly he cares about price.
No.
Don't buy him a
No,
PS5.
No. Listen.
Don't buy him a
Yes.
PS5.
Yes.
No.
Don't buy him
Listen,
Oreos.
listen.
Buy him Spheres.
It's a combination.
Buy him Spheres.
Listen,
No.
Shout out to Spheres.
So you
Spheres
just
slap.
said no, it
Spheres
doesn't.
slap.
Buy
No, it
Spheres.
doesn't.
Buy him
It
Spheres.
doesn't.
Buy him Spheres. You know
Call
what?
me
He's
Spheres.
speaking quads while I forgot to even
No,
plug my
no,
socials because
no,
of this crap.
listen,
You are
listen,
offending me
listen,
now, sir.
listen.
No.
I'm not saying you should go for the cheapest. But you
That's
obviously
initially
have
what
to
you
be aware.
said.
No,
That's-
I'm saying
yes.
you need to be aware.
No.
You need to be aware.
look-
Steady Stumpy is not that bad to the point where
It's
where the price difference is gonna majorly overcompensate. It's not.
it's the
It's
worst.
decent.
It's the worst milkshake on the market.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. Talia.
No, it isn't.
Talia.
The worst one
Ta-
is like this Woolworths
Ta-
low fat milkshake.
Ta-
Oh my gosh, it's disgusting.
Talia, my dear. So, did you just fart?
No.
Somebody farted.
Women don't fart. It was
Ah,
the Crocs.
Oh, it was the Crocs. Sorry.
Crocs.
Sorry.
I peeped the Crocs.
Sorry. It just sounded wet. Anyways. What I was saying was, I forgot. So, do you know what this guy was? Because you know we were the favorites, so we used to get even with the managers used to love us. So we used to hear management lingo and all the things. Do you know what that guy used to do? And this is Altaf now, right? That guy would speak about Inal Spa brand peanut butter. He would speak about Inal Spa brand lemon creams. It's like, just get the baker's choice.
Who's this now? Oh, is this our brand
Yeah.
biscuits?
You know what? I'll defend you front a little bit because the one time we bought because I think we had a 200 spending budget.
Hell yes.
We
sir.
bought fake Oreos,
Yes, sir.
and the fake Oreos was actually quite nice. I don't know if it was better than the original, but it was fine.
Probably wasn't better than the original.
But I enjoyed it. So sometimes it's there.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it's there. But my man speaking about Inal Spa brand peanut butter. Next thing you know, he's gonna buy Inal Spa brand
I'm not
toothpaste.
talking about Inal Spa brand peanut butter, man. Okay, but to be fair, peanut butter slaps to the point where I most probably would.
You know, okay, peanut butter and pizza is the same thing because even when it's bad, it's good.
Kinda. Like, have you seen some of the outlandish flavors you get?
Hence
in
why you
pizza?
should try peanut butter milkshake.
I'll try peanut butter milkshake, just not from freaking Steady Stumpy. Wait, let me not. Guys, please go and try the peanut butter Steady Stumpy. I'm just not going to because I've got proper taste buds. But for all you sheep out there,
If you had to ask me which celebrity I would guess is she, Adam 22.
Say milk.
Yes.
She's
That's actually probably 100% correct. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 100% correct. Is it?
nah, I think you just gave up on the faith. Apparently, according to staunch One Direction fans, me a couple years ago, I'm joking, but according
He's
to
not joking.
I used to like the music. I wasn't a staunch fan. Like, baby, you light up my world like nobody. I'm not singing.
Hey.
So like, yeah, You know, that's the only live show I ever went to. Before I started playing, was
For your own.
yeah, was One Direction in 2015, and the only reason why I went was because my dad didn't want Alia to go alone.
Sure.
My sister. Nah, it's for serious. Remember those tickets costed a fortune. I had no intention on going whatsoever. They just said, "Look, we got you one."
Probably got you quite famous with the Warmans, you know. They're looking at this majestic individual. Oh, he's so in touch with his emotions. I mean,
now you know what?
Appreciating Harry Styles.
You know what? Can I be honest now? So I went there, right? And obviously, listen. If you are gonna go to a 1D concert, and because my friends gave me a lot of crap for it, if you're gonna try and go to a 1D concert to try and pull women, you are so stupid. Do you realize
they are not?
But you're
going to pay
you're
you
invisible to them.
Yeah.
Right? Invisible. I could have gone there in PJs and people wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But so what happened was I got Golden Circle tickets because I'm such a big fanboy. And I'm standing with it's me, my sister, and a bunch of other girls who she has now formed a little bit of a circle with. You know, they're all speaking about the fact that Louis turns his ankles up. Direction as well was a fun time. But sitting in a circle, and it felt like a mosh pit at some point because everybody was very civil at first, but then which one was so Zayn Malik used to have a yellow mic.
Okay.
You know? And I started running this conspiracy theory into Alia's because I was at that point he had left. He had just left. So I told Alia, wouldn't it be fun
if he came back?
Because it was on the 1st of April. Wouldn't it be fun if it was an April Fool's, right? And you're the mic. They bring out his mic. There's 5 mics on the stage, and she's starting to believe they're gonna do it. And she's telling her friends, they're gonna do it. You're the first song hits, and he doesn't show up, and she bursts out crying. And the women, I call them women very loosely and very generously, but that's what they identified as, right? So these women, I was just being not intentionally, but I was being attacked by these women left, right, and center because everybody was coming at me and I was being flayed back and forth. And then, some of the guys that came there where we were standing, just saying there, bitchy, they go back. My boy Harry Styles comes, he stands on the ramp, he looks at me and he does this, and I do the back to him and he goes back. I haven't felt more gay in my life because I was so excited about that. I was like, oh my god! I looked at him, Harry Styles. Yeah. I forgot where I was. Like,
hey, deeply interested into Harry Styles, I suppose.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
What is it? The hair? Is it the tattoos? What is it? Is it that pale, sickly
Victorian
child look?
Like
the type that's like, Master, give me medicine. Is it that look? Does that look do it for you? The Timothy, what's his surname? Chalamet.
I would have put Harry Styles and
Timothy.
Chalamet. It doesn't have a G, it's a T.
So what is it? Chalamet.
Please say it.
I don't know it.
Chalman.
So why are you busy lecturing us on how to say it?
Well, exactly. I'll call him Charmander. I'll call him Timothy Charmander.
But I would have put Harry Styles and Timothy Chalamet in the same.
No, true. But I mean, I would convey that sickly Victorian child look.
Nah, I'd put Harry Styles in the same.
Wait. Let me just be the voice of masculine reasoning. Because where is this podcast going?
Look here.
Where is this podcast going?
Hectic.
Do you know what?
We're talking about Harry Styles.
Can I just say this?
And Timothy Charmander.
Can I just say this?
Where is this going?
Can I just say this?
Can we bring up some football? Can we eat the football maybe?
Do you know? Have you seen that Vine? 2 guys chilling in a hot tub, 5 feet apart because they're not. That's the energy you're giving off right now.
I mean that technically is us, isn't it?
Look here. Can a chef who makes excellent food acknowledge another chef who makes excellent food? Can that chef eat? Let's say you have a revered chef here.
The metaphors.
And he goes to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant.
Yeah, that's you get your restaurant.
And he eats maybe his steak because that's all I ever see Gordon Ramsay make. And he says, "This is delicious." Is that fine?
I suppose so.
If I go watch maybe a Sons of Selassie concert or show, right? Because we did sound for them a couple of months ago, and I sit there and I say, "Jeez, these guys are freaking amazing." It's fine, right? So why can't an attractive man call another man attractive?
No, Nowhere did I say. Listen.
Why
did I say that is not the case?
Why can't?
I'm sure the viewers at home know how I feel about you.
Why can't one attractive man look at another and analyze it? Because the game is the game.
The game is the game.
You
There's
know,
nothing
you
wrong
know,
with
Jack
that.
Grealish probably used to watch
David Beckham,
and he was like,
he idolized David Beckham.
you know, and Harry Maguire used to watch Steven Gerrard.
Oh
and-
yeah, you know,
and,
the
you know,
midfield
they used
Steven
to-
Gerrard on the playground park, that is.
But Flip, we were speaking about Zayn. Yeah, that's where we were. So Zayn, I don't think Zayn was. I think he just gave up. I think he just lost faith. And that I think was when he left. Was he? I think he was like around California because that's what he used to tweet about. And yeah, the nightlife, the alcohol, and the women probably got to him. And as what look, other things we could all sit here and be
judgmental and hate on mans, but hey, if that's his path,
look,
who are we to judge?
And at the end of the day, that man had a certain level of fame that 90% of us is never ever going to feel, right?
We will never sniff the amount of power he had in a room full of prepubescent
it's difficult
teenagers.
to. I mean, if you look at somebody who's quasi-famous, like somebody that is more famous than him, I can't imagine.
Go for it.
That's fine. We'll cut out.
Yeah.
All right. I can't imagine Top G being Muslim now, and I don't know if he's serious or not. But I can't imagine him being completely clean.
No,
you can't. Especially
and not with how at least not with the lifestyle he portrayed.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of that is not what.
Islam look where majority of his funding came from casinos and came from webcam girls. There's an ongoing case, but that's where his money came from. You can't just expect a complete 180 like that. I mean, Zayn Malik was a young boy coming into that level of fame. Not really. Yeah, he went on a show, but he didn't expect. Do you think
Simon Cowell touched him? I think he touched all of them.
Nah, do you know what?
But I think he touched Harry and Zayn a bit more.
Do you know what I think touched him? Philip Schofield.
Listen, that shouldn't even be a question. You should ask where.
You see now, if they went on the Adam 22 podcast, he wouldn't touch him. He'd say, "Would you like to touch my wife?"
Yes.
I'm joking.
Yes.
I'm joking.
And would you like me to film it?
I'm joking.
Where is this podcast going?
This is how all the podcasts are.
Sure, she doesn't pay attention.
Clearly you don't watch them.
I do watch them actually.
Clearly you don't watch them. Alright, fine. In episode 1 at 3 minutes and 25 seconds, what did I say? Thank you, point proven.
Exactly. So on to Adam 22 and watching his wife get rammed. I mean,
dude,
that's quite dark. You see what I did there? Quite dark.
I know.
No pun intended.
I've known who Adam 22 was because he interviews a lot of interesting people. So you watch the podcast.
Yeah. Look, the No Jumper podcast and Adam 22's brand in general was quite reputable.
Yes.
It was quite reputable.
Yes.
Let's be honest. Especially if you were in that space, in that sphere, he would be the go-to guy for a lot of people to get their news.
And then I saw his Twitter and I said, okay, let me just go in. I went in, I was like, oh,
full on
flip.
pornography.
Okay, cool. Like that's his thing. It's chilled. And then I used to see, okay, it's a lot of him and his wife, and then like some other women get into the mix, and sorry, not some other women, some other women get into the mix, and they do their business. All right, fine. Look, your bag is your bag. If you chase your bag, that's your problem. Now.
So do you support OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Listen, we aren't there yet.
I support OnlyFans.
Okay.
Yes, no, but to be fair, yes, he does support OnlyFans.
Yeah, I think. Well.
Are you subscribed to anyone's OnlyFans?
I'm broke.
Listen, can I just say this? It is ludicrously, I was gonna say retarded, but okay, retarded that you would pay for an OnlyFans, but you wouldn't pay for like a Pornhub premium subscription. Why wouldn't you just do that?
Because you only want to watch one person.
Why would you want to watch one person if they're not doing anything?
You are loyal to that person. She's right.
How are you loyal to that person?
No, but you know what? I asked myself this question: whose OnlyFans would I actually pay for?
Salma Hayek, if you are listening, if you ever conceptualize, even for a split second, to create OnlyFans.
This footage of online, these clips.
No. Of Salma Hayek.
Yes. No, but like in movies, whatever.
I'm just saying. Sofia Vergara.
Okay.
Yes.
Altaf, do you know you have a type and it's zinging right through. You are such a man with no substance at all. You like one thing.
Substance?
You
What
like
do you
one
mean?
thing and one thing only. You know what?
How dare you insinuate
like,
that they do not have lovely personalities?
Can I just say this? If I had to play you a new song tomorrow, say, oh, listen, I found this new band and they sounded exactly like Dream Theater, you'd be down my throat. Oh, let's not use it. You'd be on my case. You'd say like, you only like one thing, you only have one type. This is the same thing. You spoke about two women that are brown and have big chesties. Where is this coming from?
Listen, I see where you are going, but something you did not mention is that they also have extremely hefty derrieres. You know, the bootiest Maximus is indeed quite Maximus.
No, they don't. They just have a very good
Have you
shape.
seen their shape?
Yes, I'm saying they
Have you
shape.
seen-
Shape and bunda is two different
No,
things.
but they
bro.
got bunda as well.
They do. I'm not like disputing that, but they don't have like huge.
Don't talk back to my wives like that. Don't do that. Don't you do that.
You see, whereas I feel like me, I'm a bit more diverse. You know, I'm not a prog fan for no reason. I like a little bit of jazz, a little bit of rock. I like everything. I like what I like. You know, because
I feel like this is Adam 22 time.
No.
I like what I like.
No.
You know,
No,
sure, if
no.
my wife's getting her guts rearranged
Look here.
by
No,
man Dingo,
can I
by
just say
man
this?
Zilla over there, by
No.
Black Zilla over there.
Listen, can I just say this? So, you know, when we go to Chan, and Allah presents you now, he says, listen, here's your guru line. Allah present me with a bunch of options because like he knows, okay, you like the Beyonce type, you like the freaking Alicia Silverstone type. You like all yours gonna be one thing. Yours gonna be one thing.
Alicia Silverstone.
Do you know what yours is gonna be? Just gonna be a whole bunch of toilet variants.
I mean,
Oh, thank you. You compared me to Salma Hayek. I'll take it.
I mean, I'm not gonna refute that. Nor will I view that as an issue.
It's not a bad thing.
That's fine.
It's not a bad thing.
You know, but for you to insinuate that there is no variety.
There isn't a variety.
I mean,
there is a variety. Oh, what? One is Indian, one is Mexican? Come on now. Come on now.
One is Colombian, you know. Come on. Maybe I'll even have a Brazilian video.
Okay, wait, I'll ask you. What accent is the best thing? Because you don't, because there's no difference in the way they look.
Look,
might be a difference in the way they sound.
Look. I want to send you this video. It's these two guys. I suppose they're also in the streaming community. Where they're pranking their one friend. He's blindfolded, and the one does such an accurate woman's voice. Is talking and they're pretending like this is like some type of like Tinder call or something, like first time they're getting to know each other and like hola papi, you know, and they start speaking Spanish and man's like he's like getting into it. Oh, that reveal, it was heartbreaking, but that was going somewhere. I think that Spanish Mexican dialect is quite frivolous. It's quite.
I like Irish. I like Scottish.
Don't look at me like that. You can't expect me to think. Oh, Alta.
Hey, listen,
Alta. You can't expect me to think that's
I'm
sexy.
sorry, but
that's
listen,
not sexy.
Listen.
Alta.
Listen. I can say this because I'm like diluted Indian, right?
I'm also diluted.
Yeah, we can both be saying this. Listen, that accent is not for me.
Yeah, it's not.
But we don't have that because we South African Indians and there's a huge difference.
Okay,
listen,
so
if you say the word bloody and y'all, you have it. I'm sorry, my dear. It's yours. Take
Bloody?
it. Bloody and y'all.
I
And
don't say y'all.
I feel like you do say y'all.
I say y'all.
You see,
listen, guys, she's just a bit confused, okay? She thinks she's an American Indian. It's like gender dysphoria, but with nationalities.
It's nationality dysphoria. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Nationality dysphoria.
We didn't make that up. Costalia has it.
Costalia has
We
it.
discovered it. There's a difference.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wait. I'm sorry. I got so drawn to the whole not the Indian accent. Did you say Scottish and Irish?
I love Scottish and Irish accents.
You want fat bastard moaning down your ear.
But she's not gonna have a thick male accent. It's gonna be a female accent. I told you. Listen. I will try.
Or you want to get a knot in me, yeah?
That sounds very offensive. I will bleep that out. Sorry for all my Scottish queens out there. That is unacceptable. Firstly, and secondly,
exactly. That accent should be unacceptable.
Listen,
How does that turn you?
Listen. I told you. it's different, man. It just stands out.
Listen. I'm telling you, if Salma Hayek came to me and started speaking
What is-
Espanol, it is Spanish she speaks, right? It's
So,
not like
wait,
Mexican Spanish is Colombian, same thing.
Mexican is not a language.
It's Spanish.
Robert.
It's Spanish, right?
It's Spanish. It's
Okay,
Latin.
there we go.
Wait, Mexican's not a language?
No, it isn't.
Listen, you and
Isn't
me are in
isn't
the
Mexican a
same boat.
language?
No.
No, it
They
isn't.
speak Spanish.
Spanish.
They speak Spanish.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut that out.
That's like me saying, does an Egyptian speak Egyptian? No, they speak Arabic.
I'm cutting that out. Okay, I knew that.
No, but I mean it's under the sun. It's under the same basis.
So does Portuguese people speak Spanish as well?
Yes.
No, they speak Portuguese.
They speak
But
Portuguese.
Portuguese
but
is like a
it's a mixed.
It's like a
mixed
sub
with
branch of
Spanish.
Spanish.
The words are very similar.
Okay.
Portuguese, Spanish,
See, like all of these,
those
countries,
colonies, all of those
they-
colonies.
it's based off Latin, and Latin.
Guys, please take whatever. Oh,
No,
disclaimer,
it
disclaimer.
is.
Oh, yes,
Whatever-
oh, yes.
Whatever.
You know
this
what?
woman is saying, Google.
This
Please.
I will Google it right
Please,
now. Actually,
please, because she
this
will
video's-
die on that hill. She will die
This-
on any hill.
This video might get flagged for misinformation.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
glad we're not speaking about
Yes.
COVID.
No, you can't
Imagine-
have her speak about that. No,
Imagine
no.
that.
wait.
No, but it's Portuguese. Portuguese. Like Brazilians speak Portuguese.
Yes. I
They
know
speak
that. I
Portuguese.
know that. I know that. I know that.
See, is Latin based off? I mean, Spanish based off Latin. Yes.
Okay. We didn't deny that.
Okay. You were right about something.
Good for you.
Um,
Here's a charm.
I tell you what. I'm gonna give you £2 go buy a gold star.
Yeah.
Put on a forehead. Buy. Okay.
On the forehead, really? Really?
Maybe
Not being
so.
prejudiced for that?
Okay. All right. Okay, it's fine. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But anyways, I was still defending my front here. Tell you what's that woman actress's name? She was in the Ed Sheeran music video, and she's now like a big time actress as well. What's it, Saraya Sharonan or something like that? It's an Irish woman.
Wait, I think I know what you're talking about.
Is she the one in Dancing in the Dark? Is it that one?
I don't know what Dancing in the Dark is, but she's always filming with Timothy Chalamet. She's always in movies with him. Like
She's got that.
she's got it.
Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, she's Lady Bird. all
Yes,
of
there
those-
we go, Lady
all of
Bird.
those,
There we go.
Yeah, indie type alt movies. Yeah,
And
It's
yeah.
weird. It's like weird looking.
Yeah.
The
Weird vibes.
her
No,
actress-
you find that attractive?
Yes.
Yes,
It's
yes.
different.
You see.
It's
Wow.
different.
So he says my opinions are basic. and
It
basic,
is.
But I guess like everyone
But
has
they are based
different...
off of concrete proof
Do you know what?
that what I am looking at is
Look here.
undeniable.
Look here. Do you know what you like in terms of food? It's chicken and rice. Everybody knows it's good.
No.
It's chicken and rice,
Do
it's
not-
pizza.
No.
Everybody knows it's good.
Context, my brother. Do not distinguish my diverse palate.
Diverse. You like brown women with big boobies. That's it. That's not diverse.
Yes,
That's
but
not
I
diverse.
also no.
That's not
Listen,
diverse.
as Kurt Angle once said. But I'm gonna do the inverse of that. I have no problem with the black people. No, but jokes aside, I love my African women. How could you not?
But like, everybody
Why
likes
is that
black
not
women.
diverse?
Everybody likes black women.
Okay,
It's like
I'll give you that.
it's like boerewors. Everybody freaking loves it. Okay, a good boerewors is undeniable. Freaking undeniable.
But then again, you get vegans, so you know.
A vegan boerewors can be made.
Same concept, different execution, but I get you.
Anyways,
Listen, can we actually get to talk about Adam 20?
yeah.
Because
We got way off.
we got way
Okay.
off.
So
Listen, okay, so to segue it, you
Yeah.
know, Adam enjoys a different kind of boerewors. He enjoys watching another man put his boerewors in his wife's role.
you know
Here
what?
we go.
You know
So,
what?
how do we feel about that?
Do you know
How
what?
do
Do
we feel about
you know
that?
what? Do you know what gang I'm gonna be?
I see you're very excited on this topic, eh?
Yeah, I know. Do you know?
Because firstly, how can you not be excited about the video? Allegedly, because we know halal. We don't do that.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Only when we were 13. Do you? Okay, you know what gang I'm gonna be on this topic? I'm gonna be fence gang. I'm gonna hold my hands up and I'm gonna say, you know what? He's cool with it. She's cool with it. Let him crack on.
Exactly.
Let him crack on.
Exactly.
This is
Really?
this is a job. It's a job. Look, again, look.
Okay, okay. Sorry to cut you off,
Yeah.
but I get, dissociating one's job from the personal life.
Yeah.
There are a lot of jobs out there that require that. I get that, but is it really a good thing to be dissociating something like that? I mean,
okay, I hear you out. I don't think it's good, but at the end of the day, this situation is just a droplet in the ocean.
okay,
This
I get you.
this
I
crap
get you.
is this
And-
crap
and
has
to
been
be
happening,
fair-
and you know what? That is happening in front of cameras. It's a professional
Industry.
yeah, it's professional industry. Some people are doing it behind closed doors, which is way more worse because they're cheating.
Okay, but at the same time, this is broadcasted for everyone.
So
And also, I mean, come on, the thing is,
it's not.
It's another thing. It's another thing. If okay, I get, okay, it's business and whatnot, but she's still a person at the end of the day. I mean, did you look?
And
did you
she's
see the
okay
look
with it.
of
And she's-
excitement in her face
Okay,
when
I tell you
she
what.
was like, finally, like,
I tell you
this
what.
is not her
I
first
tell you what,
time.
Alda, I tell you
Who's
what.
to say she's not gonna eventually catch them feels? Okay,
I-
but then again, same thing could be said about Adam.
Yeah.
No, look, to be fair, the whole situation is messed up. I
That's-
think the whole situation.
Look, I would say it's not normal,
it's
but
not healthy.
I wouldn't say it's not. Look, certain things work for different things work for different people. I wouldn't say it's not. I just wouldn't say it's probably not normal. But then again, look, all of us are in the entertainment industry. What we do is not normal. Just not on that level, but what we do is not normal. You know what I mean? Like for an example, everybody else in my house gets like freaking wakes up at 6 a.m. to get ready for work. At 6 a.m. I'm busy playing games because that's not the time I have to work. Then when everybody's sleeping in on a freaking Saturday morning, I have to be up. You know? That's not normal. But I mean, not to that level. What I'm saying is, I think we can all look at it and say, yeah, this is a bit weird. But at the end of the day, if he consented and she consented and they seem happy, then it's fine. I tell you what, in a couple of months, if they get divorced and she ends up with this guy, I'll hold my hands up and say, you know what, Altaf, you're
Look,
completely wrong.
Chances
I mean, I was
are we will
completely,
end
you were
up with
completely
him.
right. But
I-
if
like, again, I
but
don't know how
but
I
if
feel
that
about
doesn't happen,
marriage.
if that doesn't happen, then like look, this is a one-time thing that they did. It's no biggie.
Also, I'd like to add, what's the point of getting married in that type of situation?
Marriage is not just about
It's a modern
fornication.
world.
No, but I mean, what's the point of getting married in that situation? Marriage is what? What is marriage?
Not
Marriage-
to everyone. Marriage
No,
means different things to
Okay,
everyone.
okay, but what was the reason marriage was initially created?
Yeah, you're not preaching to the choir about that one because yes, from a religious standpoint, marriage is created so that your wife becomes completely halal for you.
No, look, I don't mean that. I don't mean it like that. I mean, marriage is what? It's a contract in front of what? God, is it
Yeah,
not?
yeah.
That is what marriage is supposed to be.
Yeah.
So what's
But
the point in
A lot of other people
doing that?
A lot of those people don't live their life according to God. So like, what's
But
the
then
point?
again, why get married?
Because they have a connection with each other and they want to spend the rest of
No,
their life
okay,
with
but they were
with each
already
other.
doing that. They're already doing that.
Hmm?
They could have done so without getting married.
But if they want to get married, let them get married.
No, of course, let them get married, but I'm asking, what purpose does it serve? Other than obviously for their own personal reasons, of course, and they don't need to explain it.
Yeah.
That's them. That's
But
them doing their thing. I'm just wondering,
But-
what is the actual purpose?
but at
They're
the
just
end,
spending money unnecessarily on a massive ass wedding. Because I mean, oh, they went full out
yeah,
with the
but
wedding.
look, because
All props to them. That looked.
look,
amazing.
okay, obviously everybody like okay, my stance on a wedding is yes, it's virtue signaling. It's not about you. It's actually about the people
Yes.
who's attending.
Yes,
you
it's-
are
it's
showing
more of that.
because the rest of your life is then about you guys, right? 100%. But look, that is something that at the end of the day, that is something that they wanted to do. And again, she probably had conversations with him, multiple conversations to him about this particular matter, and he said he's completely fine with it. Let's be honest, he shags other women in videos too.
yeah.
So
No, but again,
are we
look again. I don't know them personally, but from what I've seen, from what I've gathered, that is apparently one of her fetishes that she enjoys, and she gets off to him. But in that type of situation, who's to say he gets off to her in that situation? He doesn't. The only reason he's doing that is because he is being very accommodating towards her. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. If you feel that something is worth compromising on, you go for it.
Yeah, so realistically, like I mean, the thing is when you film the when you film a teaser video the way that she did, you are opening yourself up to a whole bunch
Listen,
of
the marketing worked tremendously.
But-
you know, I am there.
but he took it on the chin. He wasn't insecure about it. So yeah, just crack on. Do your thing. You're not harmful to society. And I know you'll get some people that will say, it's not harmful to society.
No, it's not harmful. Look, I don't think it's harmful to
Yeah.
society. I do think it's harmful to him and his mental health and their
But
situation.
he seems fine.
Okay, that's what he's expressing.
He seems
Sure.
fine. So like,
That's what
I
he's
feel-
expressing. But I say we give it a bit of time. We see
Yeah,
if
look-
Mans is still here in a
look,
month or two.
look. Obviously, look
Shame.
as
Because the memes, man, the memes
Yeah.
are getting out there.
But like I said, as staunch conservatives, and I think we all are in some regard here. We are all conservative in certain, but I think we place too much value on the act of fornication itself. I don't think that society looks at it like that anymore. It's just an action that can be done on a Saturday night with somebody you don't know and somebody you're probably never ever gonna see again, right? It's more or less about now. Is it you? I mean, and this was a couple of years ago. What was? I can't believe I'm quoting this. Please kill me. But what did Jeezy say? If I did one time, I'm a piper. If I did 4 times, I'm a wifer. That's what it's about now, right? It's not. I don't think that society. I don't think society views it as this big thing anymore. They don't view it as repopulation because it's not to this world. It's not what it is to this world anymore. And we can sit and say, yeah, but objectively it's like this. Yeah, that's true. And I'll be more inclined to believe it because that's the way I would want to conduct myself. It's the way I would want to live my life, right? But again, I'm not the other 7 billion people on the planet who, let's be honest.
No, 100%. And honestly, sorry to cut
Yeah.
you, brother, that's their thing. But just because society as a whole gravitates towards a specific trajectory or towards something that you should follow. I mean, I'm a firm believer in that you should always, try and use your own critical and logical
Yeah,
thinking.
but nobody's telling you to follow into cup culture. I'm most certainly
No,
not.
nobody's not. I'm just saying
But
that
I
just
underst-
because you're kind of painting it
Yeah.
as because society doesn't see it as that anymore, that it's not an issue, that it shouldn't be deemed as an issue. And sure, if society isn't going to deem it as an issue, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't scrutinize.
Like, do you know what is? I'll tell you. You know what is a pet peeve of mine? And look, it doesn't happen anymore. With
Natalia sitting all quiet there. She completely disagrees with everything you said there
what you mean?
about the whole thing of fornication and whatnot.
But let me land. There was something that I used to. There was a certain amount. There was a certain type of treatment that I used to get from a previous band that I used to play before the 2 bands that I play with now. And the one thing that was always my pet peeve was you always had somebody standing in the middle. Oh no, it was the lead guitarist, right? Barely. But it was a lead guitarist who, while he's busy playing, messing up everything he's doing, but stops because the drummer's not doing something right. Or stops because I'm not doing something right. Maybe not something right, but something that he wants me to do.
Get
What
to the
I'm saying is
universe. Get to the
everybody
universe.
should crack on with their own life, deal with their own politics. If you feel that you don't want to participate in hookup culture, I don't, then don't, right? And if you feel that you do, then join the party. If you don't, that's all that I'm saying, right? We can sit here and say, yeah, society's messed up. Yeah, it probably is. There's a lot of things that we can look at as Muslims and as religious people that can say it's messed up, but that's what society is now. We're put in this position for a reason. We are tested. What is your reaction to all of that, right? And then let's be honest. Okay, I can sit here and say I've been sheltered and I've been a good boy my whole entire life. But there's a 90% chance you hooked up with someone you didn't have any feelings for. Right? So it happens. And sometimes, and you know what? Sometimes you don't even plan for it. It just happens. Right? So
Yeah, look, it happens.
that's all I'm saying. And and the reason why I bring that up is because again, the act itself doesn't hold that much weight in 2023 anymore. Right? And if Adam 22 is chill with his wife being filmed doing that, yeah, then just crack on. Everybody just crack on.
Oh, imagine the daughter when she grows up.
Look here. That is a
Oh,
That-
that's hectic.
that is a path that they're gonna have to cross. It has nothing to do with me.
No, true.
True. Like I tell you, when people speak about what about my kids? What about my kids? It's like, what are you actually doing with your
No,
children?
look, for those people, I'll jump to your side of the fence. You as the parent,
Yeah,
you need
you
to
are- you are in
take a
control.
lot more
You are in control. What is that?
urgency in your parenting style, because you do still have the most say and the most
Yeah.
power over your child.
What is that? British child. I mean, she's not a child anymore, but it was
Oh, that
Sophie.
yes, the one that used yes. I know what you're talking
I
about.
mean, she was rapping word for word Nicki Minaj songs. That is a decision that her parent must have been fine with. I mean, even though you listen to some of the stuff that come out of Nicki Minaj's mouth, you're like, is this really something that I would want my child to be listening to?
Absolutely.
Again, some of us
You
are
do you.
But you know what? I'll be honest. Now, I'll probably side with that. I mean, my dad was playing Tupac for me at a very young age, and like Slipknot and
Goated.
Metallica.
Goated.
So yeah, Tupac is goated. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Before Biggie 80s.
Screw Eminem.
All the Mayo warriors in the comments are about to slash at you there.
Look, I'll say this about him. Obviously, look, this is what I hate when we do music discourse, and it's probably why I don't do music discourse anymore. It's like whenever I mention something about someone, and maybe in a bit of a negative light, then they'll always tell me, "But he's talented." It's like, yeah, that's the bare minimum. Why are you doing music if you're not talented? You should be some way musically switched on to be able to do something. If I can play a chord, does it take talent to play a chord? Some people might argue, but like, yeah, that's the bare minimum, right? If I criticize someone like even someone like Bruno Mars, who I've criticized for not necessarily being
See
original.
how quickly she popped that.
I saw that.
The Venom's about to spit out.
But like, the same type of things get thrown at me. But he makes, but he sounds good. It's like, yeah, dummy, that's what he's supposed to
That's
do.
what music is supposed to.
That's what he's
to
supposed
be
to.
for you.
It's freaking why I hate speaking about wrestling because like, it's like, shut up. That's what they're supposed to
I love
do.
that conversation right now. Yeah,
That's
I
what
think
they're
that was
supposed to do. It's not. You can't criticize a talented footballer, especially if their talent is being shown throughout. You can't necessarily because that's what. Yeah, you look. It takes
talent to get there in the first place.
It takes talent to get there in the first place. If you have a record deal with Sony, I don't want to hear, but he's talented. No,
How do you think you got there in
Yeah.
the first place?
We know you're talented.
Yeah.
Do something with it, right? Like, for an example, if Haaland was busy doing a freaking graveyard shift in City, we know we can score goals because we've seen it. But he's not doing it there. I would then be within my right to criticize that, right? But
Kind of like how a lot of people are in their right to criticize Sancho there.
yeah, 100%.
There we go. It's beautiful.
You can
Come full circle.
You can criticize Sancho. I've criticized Sancho on this podcast before. You can go back. I think the last party we did, I criticized Sancho. The reason why I like Sancho is because I think he suits our play maybe a little bit better than Anthony does. That's just my opinion, right? But that is different to somebody who is entertaining. Okay, yes, sports is entertainment, but at the end of the day, it's still a competition, right? Whereas music and every other entertainment, like what's the name?
There's no end goal really. It's just there for the sake of.
If you have a crap movie, but Anthony Hopkins performs masterfully in there, you can't say it's a terrible movie, but Anthony Hopkins is good. It's like that's Anthony Hopkins. What do you expect? Do you expect to get a McDonald's level performance out of Anthony Hopkins? No.
Sometimes they do.
No, but I mean.
But I get what you're saying.
The movie
what
that's coming to mind is the Last Night.
I knew
Transformers The Last
exactly
Night.
where you're going.
But it's like there's levels to this thing, right? If you are talented and you make good music, I'm gonna flip the camera over. If you're talented and you make good music, like Dream Theater, then okay, you can then or you know what, if you are speaking on the talent that Steve Vai has, I understand, because that is something that he showcases. It's at the forefront of his music. When you hear Stand to Surrender by Steve Vai, you hear the solo, you know what you're gonna get, right? So like look, before I probably won't, but if I do, before I get the comments about freaking Eminem, it's like we know he's good, but it just doesn't. What's in me? Do you know I got?
But you know what? I think that could go as far as that would be a very valid criticism for anybody in any field. Talent is only going to take you that far. You need to have a lot more than talent if you really want to stand out. If you really want to be the best of the best in football, you got to put that hours in. You gotta look at how you can work on your game.
You
I mean,
probably
look
make
at
yourself.
Ronaldo.
You probably make yourself more pretty. Let's be real.
Hey,
Let's be real.
hey.
Listen, if you can drop
Get them Jack Grealish calf implants.
If you can drop 15 assists and 15 goals, but you're pretty, you a star. You a
I'm
star.
looking at you, Dominic. Look, other than being a beautiful man, he is going to tear up next season for Liverpool.
We said the same thing about
He
Nunes.
is gonna tear up
We
for
said-
Liverpool.
we said the
Which,
same
to be
thing about
honest,
Nunes.
Nunes didn't have a fairly bad season. To the standards I think a lot of us were holding him to. Yes, he did.
Okay,
But he didn't have
you know
a
what? You know
bad
what? You
season.
sound. The way you sound about Nunes is the way I sound about Sancho. What?
No,
What did?
you can't compare.
What?
that. Sancho's dropped like stinker after stinker. Like one game's like stinker.
So he's missed.
Stinker,
So he's
stinker.
missed sitters like Darwin Nunes did. That's not. That's
No, but that's something that can be worked.
no.
All Darwin has to do is learn how to do that and do
Okay,
that. Or other
Aldaf.
aiming, placement, whatever striking technique.
Aldaf.
I think it's a lot
Aldaf.
easier or a lot more
Aldaf.
flexible of a situation than Sancho.
Aldaf. What was Sancho's problems then? You say he's dropping stinkers. What was his problems in his games? What was his problems?
I don't really watch Sancho.
Exactly. I can tell you what the problems were. Right? Again, you're looking at a player. I mean, look. You would still say if Ronaldo came into a United that was functioning better, he easily scores about 30 goals. Right? He scored 18 goals in a terrible United. Go back and watch it. It was terrible. Stinkers. Sancho came into a disrupted team, and when you look at what Sancho is, he's not a star player. He was a systematic player. That's what he was at Dortmund. You can say, he dropped goals. Yeah, but that's because the thing was working in Dortmund, and because he had a striker like Haaland, and he was getting game time, not like freaking sitting on the bench for freaking Dan James. Okay,
Brilliant decision, by the way.
we can sit and find compilations of Darwin. I mean, Darwin got into a fight. Of Darwin, he got into a fight and he pushed the wrong person.
Oh, that is.
He even missed it. Look here, at some point
The
it
joke
becomes a
writes
joke.
itself.
So, look, he tried to be cheeky. We were like, ask him who's the best, Messi or Ronaldo, and he said Salah. And then the comments were, he even missed the answer.
To be fair though, Mans isn't that far off in the Premier League. Who's the best? Messi, Ronaldo, Salah.
Messi never played in the Premier League.
Exactly. So it goes to Salah.
No,
by
it's
default.
Ronaldo.
It goes to Salah by default.
I'm sorry. Who won a Ballon d'Or at 18?
Me.
Who won a Ballon d'Or at 18?
Okay.
Who won a
No,
Ballon d'Or at 18?
Who was a part of that United team at 18?
Was one?
Oh, he technically did. Okay, no, Michael Owen won it at 19. No, how old was Michael? 21?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it was like 21, 19, something like that.
Look here.
Either way, listen.
It's not
Ronaldo,
It's not Salah.
brilliant, unfinished product, and in an overly stacked United team. That's all it was.
But he won a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, and
You won a Ballon d'Or.
okay.
Where's
so
Salah's?
what?
Where's Salah's
okay.
Ballon d'Or?
Pavel Nedved won a Ballon d'Or. Are you telling me he's better than Thierry Henry?
Listen.
Is he better than Thierry Henry?
Listen. Who
Is he better than Thierry Henry?
out of Liverpool's side was the closest to winning a Ballon d'Or? Wasn't Salah. Was Virgil.
Yeah, good for him. No, but
You
that's
could-
because of the
Yeah.
marketing push because of a defender.
You could argue Virgil's greatness before.
Oh wow! So we're using Ballon d'Ors to
You could
measure
argue-
greatness.
you could
now.
argue
Oh,
Virgil's-
Okay,
Okay, fine.
okay.
Who won 3 Premier Leagues back to back to back? Who won a double? in
Man
their last-
United, not
With
Ronaldo.
With Ronaldo.
Yes, with Ronaldo. Not Man United.
okay.
Not Ronaldo by himself.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you this now. When Ronaldo left, and I still don't even think, you can ask any United fan,
they haven't
we still
replaced
don't
that
think
concept.
Rashford's a Ronaldo replacement. Nobody was able to fill in that shoes.
No, Rashford is far from it. No.
Nobody will be able to fill in that shoes, right? The thing is, and this isn't to knock on Salah because I've spoken about the brilliance of Salah, but when Salah goes, he's gonna be forgotten about. His goals might still be there, but nobody's gonna be speaking about him like they speak
No,
about
but
Alan
then again,
Shearer.
I think that's honestly because Liverpool is a better run club than United. I don't think we would let a player of that stature go without properly replacing him. You guys on the other hand, we know you guys are like a business. It doesn't matter.
But
And look, to
it's-
be fair, you've gotten some very good players in that number
Chelsea-
to fill that role. But again, everything
Chelsea's
in and around
Chelsea's
the
been
club just wasn't there.
besides
Just wasn't it.
listen. Besides the Bowley era, Chelsea was ran properly, but people still speak about Frank Lampard. People still speak about Gerrard. You say, but these are Premier League greats. Okay, thank you. You could have just said that out loud, you know. Okay, look. Okay, well, let's just drop this. How are you feeling? Oh, we said that already about the Premier League, but the year's gone.
The year's gone.
The year's
Wow.
gone.
Wow. Should we be sad? Should we be happy? I don't know, because I think there's going to be people on both sides of the fence. To be honest, I think United fans should pay
Here's
pay the due respect to the Gea,
here's
but
my
be
problem.
glad for brighter futures.
Here's my problem about the year, and here's my problem around the discourse around the year, right? And this is the same thing, right? This is very almost a similar thing that we're gonna speak about when it comes to Salah, and this is what I'm speaking about. And the same Salah's gonna get the same type of treatment. If Salah spends another 2-3 seasons by you guys, you know, scoring the amount of goals. Look, for me, if you drop a 15 goals a season, it's a successful season. For me.
Okay.
And if you look at Salah's age, that's probably going to be the amount of goals that he scores in his last season, because that's how good I think he is, right?
Okay.
But when you spend so much time at the club, right? Remember, you're playing so many games, sometimes 3 games a week. You are more inclined to find mistakes of a certain player. You guys probably would find a whole lot of mistakes that Salah does when he cut in, when he could have passed.
Oh no, there's plenty.
This is my problem with United fans. They think
It's normal.
there's an hour-long video going around on Twitter of his mistakes. Dummies, when he's been playing at the club for freaking 13 years, what do you think is going to happen?
I get what you're saying.
Nobody's a FIFA keeper.
Yeah.
We are jerking off the Onana. Maybe Onana has his videos too. We can go and look for it.
No, look, every player has the videos. Every player has the moments. Even Messi and Ronaldo have compilations. It's not going to be an hour long.
No.
But they do have the compilations.
I think
Everybody-
Ronaldo's would have gotten a
everybody.
bit longer over the last 2 years, but Messi barely makes it. But that's the thing, man. Those guys are aliens.
Yeah,
They're not real.
You can't hold them to the same
and
standard that you're
and
holding
I
Ronaldo.
strongly dislike the discourse around them as well. You can't look. Once we have 2 world class players that brought out the best out of each other for like 2 decades, very similar to what they did, we can have those discussions. Yeah, okay, Mbappe and Ireland, yeah, let's talk. But up until that time, leave it. You can say, you know, Ireland's probably the best striker in the world right now. It probably is. But what I was gonna say was on United and on the year. United has scored a combined goals of 58 this season, compared to I mean, if you look at the amount of goals Liverpool scored last year, if you look at the amount of goals City scored this year, that's not enough. Why are we speaking about playing out from the back when our strikers are still putting in graveyard shifts, no matter who you put there? No matter who you put
Yeah,
there.
that's not going to change the goal drought.
Cavani worked hard. Ronaldo worked hard. In hindsight, I can bring up 18 goals a season. We're still going to look at the Ronaldo experiment and say it wasn't a success. You know, because Ronaldo wasn't brought in there to score 30 goals. He was brought in there to win us the trophy. And unfortunately, our players around him didn't help him. And you know what? At the end, he did throw his toys out of the cart and he didn't help himself. What I'm saying is, this player, right? Yes, Onana is box office. I can't wait to see him in a United shirt. I can't wait to see what he does. But yes, he's box office. He plays next to the wingers. He plays by the fullbacks. Can you imagine a De Bruyne or a Salah? Any one of those, even a freaking a Burnley player catching him, or like, you know, catching him out of his line and then just chipping that ball over him.
That's happened to Edison multiple times.
But that's my problem. City have enough goal power to score more goals than they concede. We don't.
But maybe that's what Ten Hag plans on doing. Maybe he plans on, you know, now someone like Mount in, maybe the ball can, you know, the 10 Hag ball can start flowing a bit better, the goals can start pouring a
Wanna
bit
know how many
better.
goals our strikers scored this season? We had 3 strikers. Wanna know how much they scored? I think combination of like 7. In the Premier League,
Wow.
Ronaldo scored 1 before he left. Martial, off the top of my head, I'm thinking about 3 or 4. Fout, I think. So it's not even 7. I'll fact check that. But we don't have gunpowder up front, right? So honestly, I would say go get Harry Kane, but he's impossible to deal with, not because of him, but because of Spurs.
Yeah, Spurs
Right?
aren't going to let him go for anything less
And
than
I
like
would
a billion.
tell our wingers, stop trying to cut in and invert. You aren't helping the play. You start trying to score more goals for yourself. That's why I'll go to bat for Sancho, because Sancho's not that type of player. If Sancho's in the position, he's gonna score.
He's rather gonna look for the pass.
But if he's in a position to look for the pass, that's where he's going. The reason why we did so well this season, what a lot of people don't want to understand, is yes, you had Martinez, you had Varane, you had Casemiro, but De Gea was integral to our season as well. He stopped. He saved us from a lot of games.
I mean, man's won the Golden Glove. I think that speaks volumes for itself.
Defensively, we were. You can't say we were one of the best when we got battered 3 times this season. But in terms of those 3 games
for the most part did hold up decently.
Yes.
But I do agree that De Gea was the saving grace for a lot of the moments.
For a lot of those games.
Where your defense was praised. It was.
We are gonna. And you know what? The people who are gonna watch this that are anti De Gea, they might bring into the comment section. But what about Brentford? But what about Liverpool? But what about West Ham? But what about City? My God, that's 4 games. Look, okay, fine. It deserves credit, but that's 4 games out of how many? 38. And the City game, okay, the Premier League City game, yeah, and then the FA Cup game wasn't even in the Premier League, right? So that's 4 games. Okay, if you're gonna mention some Europa League games, fine. It's like what 5-6 games out of how many games have we played this season? Look. You know what? I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I know everything that there is to know about football. I'm just very staunch in the way that I view it, right? So to all the hipsters that are saying that Onana's gonna work, I'll be so right. We all rated Dubravka as a second keeper. We all thought Dubravka was good. When he came to United, didn't perform.
Oh yeah.
Terrible.
That's a waste.
Dean Henderson is more in line with what Ten Hag wants. Watch that game. Liverpool and United. 4-2. Not 5-0. 4-2. Dean Henderson was shite, and everybody said, nah, that's because he's a modern day keeper.
He's not your conventional shot stopper.
So look, the thing is, yes, and I get a lot of clips of where people do a tactical analysis on how, okay, it's fine, keep on saying I would like to be more knowledgeable, but I'm saying this could easily go wrong. It has all the fundamentals to be right, but it has every reason to go wrong as well. That's all I'll say on that. What do you want to say?
That's all on my side, to be honest. That's all on my side. Yeah.
Well, the Premier League, United actually plays a bit later today against Leeds.
Wow. How are you feeling about that game?
It's a pre-season. We'd like to see what Mount's gonna do.
No, but that's what I mean. It's pre-season. But it's a nice opportunity for you to see.
Just to speak about the current state of my football club, we still don't have a nine. It's just in yet. So I don't know who's gonna stand in goalie. Maybe ask the Gea for one more game. I don't know.
I think just for the goalkeeping post.
Henderson's not playing, so somebody's gonna have to stand in goal. I just don't know who. Like I said regarding the sale, I just don't think it's gonna happen anymore. If it does happen, maybe January. Yeah, I am sad. I am. Make fun of me. I'm sad.
Genuinely, I would too if I were a United fan.
I'm sad.
It's sad. What the Glazers are doing.
It was a life
situation.
We had a lifeline. There was a light at the end of this tunnel. Okay, we're finally getting rid of them. Okay, and you know what? No, who's to say that Sheikh Jassim was going to work, or to say that Sergio was going to work? You don't know if these things were actually going to work, but what it was you never knew.
It would be anything.
It would have been exciting, because how are these guys going to approach our club? It's the same thing when you get a new manager, like Chelsea has had this past season. Like, they were excited about Potter. How's he going to set us up compared to now? You know what? You might disagree with me, but I think on the pitch, the last 5 years probably wasn't as bad as we're making it out to be. We finished third, second under Oli. We had a terrible season under Rangnick and under Oli. And then Ten Hag came in, we finished third again. So in the past 4 Champions League qualifications, we made them 3 times, right? So on the pitch, I think we've always had the right managers. Maybe not Oli and Rangnick. And Rangnick wasn't supposed to be a manager, but on the pitch, the players, everything else was fine. It's like everything else, man. Like, how's this? I always admire the work that Liverpool does, because Liverpool don't necessarily work with. Liverpool's not working with a 500 million to spend, right? You start working max with probably 100 million, then you just get your Fulham players and your this place and that place, and you
smart transfers.
yeah, and then and then all of a sudden these are bangers, right? That's why I say to have had somebody that maybe a bit more efficient, how would they have approached our club? Because surely we have the money to spend like that because of revenue. I mean, Liverpool probably does as well, but he's probably go work with a certain limit. I just would have liked to have seen that, and it's just not gonna happen anymore. So yeah, I am sad.
And I'm happy.
Before we go, I would just like to know. I mean, the last time we filmed, there was did we get no? There was strong negotiations of Dominic. Now he's an actual player. I know. We spoke a little bit. How do you see that? How do you see that going?
Listen. I am convinced. What is he, Hungarian? Yeah, I think he's Hungarian. I'm convinced my Hungarian coach is going to perform wonderfully. I would like to hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you can look at all the tactical analysis, all the videographical breakdowns, all the skills, assists, goals, highlights, all of that. But you don't know until you actually see him in that team. But with what I've seen, I'm going to completely jump on the bandwagon because Mans is amazing. Need someone to hit an absolute rocket from like 30, 40 yards out. Boom! Set piece specialist. Boom! Cross in from the wing. Boom! Tall enough to get to headers. Boom! I mean, brilliant passer, dribbler, finisher. Mans has all the attributes that I would like in a Liverpool player.
Okay, so I would just set your team up. Would your midfield three be? Because I wouldn't assume that you guys are still gonna play with a false nine.
No.
So how would you set your team up? Leave your back line.
For me, okay.
Your midfield and your front three.
Okay, midfield and front three. I would go with Fabinho.
Yeah.
That's if we don't get anyone else. I see Liverpool still seem to be in talks, or at least we seem to be arousing the prospect of Lavia.
Oh, my goodness. Jealous.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's not going to be a starter.
No. So I'm going
to Fabinho regardless.
I'm going to say Fabinho because on his day, oh my word, if Fabinho functions, McAllister, it's an absolute must. Dominic,
and then your front three.
My front three would be Diaz, Cody, and Salah.
Not Darwin.
I would bring Darwin off from the bench until I see that he is that product. I think he can become.
This is the way I look at Liverpool, right?
Just because I think we have to interrupt, but Cody does. If we do still play that false nine system, Cody fits that a lot better than Darwizzy. I think you do nicely there.
This is the way I look at Liverpool, right? It's not the same way that I look at Onana, because with Onana I wanted to work out, but with Liverpool, there's a lot of new pieces, right? And if it doesn't work, we'll all have a good time and laugh about it. But if it does, it's scary. It's very, very scary. Look, what's happening with Rice to Arsenal?
It's confirmed.
It's a year ago, but it wasn't announced yet.
Look,
now, apparently
they're probably waiting on.
There is a delay. There is a delay. I saw somewhere there is a delay. So
look, but there's like a 98.99% confirmation, so it's gonna happen either way. Arsenal, by the way, since we're on them, banger of introduction to the transfer window. I mean,
I think that I know
three top players. I mean, the wage bill is.
I think they're doing
exuberant, but
I think they're doing better than Chelsea.
Timber, Rice, Havertz.
I think they're doing better than Chelsea. If Timber is the player that we thought we were getting in, and if Timber is the player that is not going to be exactly, but if he's the type of player that Martin is, they are securing their spot at least in the second position or first.
Arsenal clearly mean business. I think City on the transfer side. Their team just won a treble. We get it.
Do they have to do anything?
What do they need to tweak?
They got Kovacic. Yeah,
exactly.
Cool.
Oh, brilliant! I think.
Wait, but there's a bunch of outgoings. I forgot.
There's no Gundogan. I think Bernardo might be going. I think Marius might be going. But to be fair, I get you. This is a treble-winning team we are talking about. You might ask yourself, what do they need to change? But if everybody else, is getting better, you can't stagnate.
Do you know what that is?
What?
Glazonomics. That's we did listen. In 2008, that's when I think that 2006, 2008, when they took over. It wasn't 2008. I'm lying, but when they took over, that team didn't change. There were certain players, and like when you listen to Pep Guardiola, and I mean the thing is, Pep, as much as I love him, I can't stand him because it's like
he's a bit insufferable.
Spoiled brat, man. But he speaks about the rotation, but yeah, sometimes you have to move players on, and I mean he's not scared to do that, man. Right? And again, coming back to us, I just wish we had that type of season. Wait, you know what? Yeah, but I'm a fan. I'm not supposed to be logical, but if Ten Hag was able,
that emotional bias.
Yeah, if Ten Hag was able to say, "Yeah, we'll sell Bruno," I'd be like, "Oh, flip. Who are you even getting in if you can let go Bruno, Musiala or whatever?" Right? I just wish we were able to have that type of summer, or even a type of summer where we can buy freaking Fulham players and say, "Oh, okay, like the sound of that," you know. So
just hot prospects that you can potentially at least see them being of use to.
Yeah. Okay. Like yeah. I mean, Hoyland is gonna get paid around 30 to 50. Is that even a prospect at that point?
Sure.
I can't remember how old Daya was when he came in. But Daya came in for about 7. Yeah. Yeah. He came in for about 17 million. Daya. I think Ronaldo came in for around that same price. I think maybe a bit cheap. I can't remember. I mean, we are signing, and I would go with United. I normally go to the maximum. We are gonna sign him for about 50 million for somebody that might work. And if it does work, I mean, we're looking at probably a new, not type, but a new figure, a new Rooney figure, or you know,
look, you guys,
or Saudis
you guys
clone for
have
Ireland.
A striker, like a legitimate striker. You guys are clearly lacking that. So I would take that gamble.
We have a striker, we have a winger strike, and a midfielder strike. I think
United thinking the world is against them.
I'm not, no, but this is decisions that we made. It's our signings. I'm not saying that the world gave us crap players. No, I'm saying we don't have players who play for our striker. And again, we speak
selfish,
we speak about how Brighton deserve to be playing from the back. Okay, yeah, it's nice, but like
they got the players for it.
It's not practical for us. It's not practical for us. I also heard, Oli got that team to second place. And it's like, yeah, okay, that's nice to sit there and think about. But what you also need to think about is Lampard was at Chelsea, right? Liverpool came back at the end of the season. Liverpool was
most of that first half of the season. We were not even there.
Let's be honest, City wasn't that great either because they came later on. They came in.
I still don't know how Arsenal freaking.
No, I'm not speaking about that. When we finished second, with Oli.
Ollie's.
City wasn't that great either. Because they came late on to, they won the league, but they came late on to come back and win it, right? So, yeah, okay, fine, it's great, Oli. And then when Ten Hag came in, and he was supposed to bring in to let this team click. Ten Hag wants to play that De Zerbi type of football. What did he do? Okay, yes, you can say he benched Ronaldo, he benched Maguire. Okay, yeah, that's fine to sit there and think that. But he also took this players back to the type of football that they know, which is counter-attack and defensive.
Well, that's what they play.
I've sent you a video, a tactical analysis on the Spurs game. That's probably the best performance. But everything else that's the way we beat Arsenal. That's probably the way we beat you guys as well. So it's the way we beat City.
Because all of those teams that you mentioned play with a back four.
And they play with
a attacking wing back.
High line. So it's I make fun of Eriksen outpacing your defense, but that's because
even if the guy is significantly slow, if he has the space, you're probably not going to catch him.
So, look, and again, Arsenal was great, City was great, Liverpool once upon a time was great, and they probably will be great this season. But you guys have got the ingredients to play the type of football all around, right? Because I mean, even because there's certain misconceptions that we even have of Salah. Yeah, he's selfish, but I mean, he had the most assists a couple of seasons ago. So it's like, even though he might not pass the eye test, he is contributing to the whole entire team. You don't score 7 goals against United, and was it 9 goals against Palace the season before?
Like that, yeah.
Oh no, it was 9 goals against Bournemouth.
Last year.
It was right after us. was right. It was
Yeah.
it was right after us the first time, and then the second time he played us in Bournemouth, the roles were
The
reversed.
roles were reversed.
But you don't do that if Salah's just trying to go for goal 9 times, right? But anyways, I think we are way past our time. Thank you so much for watching.
For people out there.
Talia,
say
say
Bye.
where can we find you on?
Instagram, TikTok.
Under
at
what?
Talia_Naidu. With
Cool.
2 A's.
Okay. Yeah, please be sure to check me out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as well.
And
Glorified
OnlyFans.
Square.
OnlyFans
is
yet
too
to be
coming
built, but it's soon shall.
coming soon. You can check my 2 bands out, Conquerors and Mystic Therapy. The Instagrams will be in the description. If you want to use the studio for rehearsal, or if you want to hire us for live sound, or if you want to use us for podcasting, the Instagram and the TikTok of that will be in the description as well. With all of that being said, thank you so much, Altaf. His description will be in there as well. And we are out. Mwah!